this. That like all these oil companies, their executives, their boards, all of them should be tried in The Hague for crimes against humanity. That is not a joke. That is 100% what should be done. And then these big companies should be broken up. That's what should be done. Energy companies should no longer be privately owned. That's it. Revealed. Exxonmobil's lobbying war on climate change legislation. So, Exxonmobil has known about the effects that its actions are having on the climate since like the 70s. Because they did their own research on this with their own scientists, and they found that, you know, if they continue what they are doing, then climate change will happen. And it basically has gone exactly as their research suggested. But what did ExxonMobil do? ExxonMobil didn't go like, we need to reveal this to everyone and do something about it and change the course of things. They hid the research, made sure no one would see it, and funded anti-climate change initiatives so that people wouldn't be wise to climate change. A senior ExxonMobil lobbyist has been captured on camera revealing how the oil giant is using its power and influence to water down US climate legislation. Let's fucking go.
European capital, unearthed, Greenpeace UK's investigations unit is making the final preparations, wiring up with covert recording devices. On K Street, Washington, DC, home of America's most powerful lobbyists, Keith McCoy, a key representative of the biggest oil company in America, is waiting for the call. The timing's vital. What may be America's greatest chance to combat the climate crisis is going through Congress right now. The video connection is set up. It's time to go to work.
Hi, good to see you.
How are you?
Moments later, Mr. McCoy will become one of the first ever executives to claim that Exxonmobil has aggressively fought climate science using front organizations to maximize shareholder profit.
Did we aggressively fight against some of the science? Yes.
Bam. Dude just said it. Dude was like, yeah, we fought the science aggressively. Dude is just like, yeah, we fought the science. Yeah. We made sure that we would not do something about this. Like, so he knows he's being filmed? I don't think he does, no. I think they were saying that it's being secretly filmed. So I don't think he knew that he was being filmed. And oopsie poopsie.
Did we join some of these shadow groups to work against some of the early efforts? Yes, that's true. But there's nothing illegal about that.
Wow! What a fucking piece of shit. Holy shit. Yeah, but that's not illegal. Like, wow. Yes, we did these horrible things that have fucked up the world, but it's not illegal. Okay, slavery wasn't illegal at one point, so you're going to be like, yeah, we had slaves, but, you know, it's not illegal.
You know, we were looking out for our investments. We were looking out for our shareholders.
Oh, you were looking out for your investments and your shareholders. Oh, sorry, bro. Never mind. Never mind. You were looking out for your shareholders. I get it. I get it. Okay. Then it's fine. Then it's fine.
In response, Exxon said, we've supported climate science for decades and accused Greenpeace of waging a multi-decade campaign against them and the industry. Keith McCoy thinks he's being headhunted for a new job. In fact, of course, he's being covertly filmed.
Oh, Bebela, he got fucking jebaited. He got jebaited. Jebaited. Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So tonight, a man boasting at a job interview, or a never-seen-before look at how big oil tries to manipulate big power, or both? First, the targets. Congressmen are fish. Exxon is the fisherman.
When you have an opportunity to talk to a member of Congress, you know, I liken it to fishing, right? You know, you have bait, you throw that bait out, you know, it's all these opportunities that you use, and to use the fishing analogy again, just to kind of reel them in, because they're a captive audience. They know they need you and I need them.
Yeah, no corruption in the United States, by the way. Perfectly legal what they're doing, by the way. Perfectly legal, by the way. Definitely something that we should allow big corporations to do is buy their way into politics and dictate, you know, laws and regulations. That seems like a totally reasonable thing to allow them to do. I don't see any possible negative effects that it could have. Seems fine, right? Right?
Senators pressed to do Exxon's bidding behind closed doors.
You want to be able to go to the chief. And so the chief knows you, that you can go to the chief and say, look, we've got this issue. We need Congressman so-and-so to be able to either introduce this bill. We need him to make a floor statement. We need him to send a letter. You name it. We've asked for everything.
God damn, dude, it's just like, yeah, we have manipulated U.S. politics like no tomorrow, and we do not give a fuck. Like, look, like he's so proud. He's so proud of, like, yeah, we manipulated politics. Yeah, we told congressmen what laws to push. We did it. Who's gonna stop us?
So who are the fish?
I'm Joe Manchin. I approve this.
Motherfucking Joe Manchin. Fuck Joe Manchin.
His catch, according to Mr. Coy, it's the conservative Democrat Senator Joe Manchin, who famously shot President Obama's cap-and-trade climate bill.
And I'll take dead aim at the cap-and-trade bill.
Joe Manchin.
It's a fucking joke. Like, come on. I will shoot Obama's cap-and-trade bill, brother. I will shoot it. Look, there it is. I shot it. I will free us, brother. And that's a Democrat, by the way.
I talk to his office every week. He is the kingmaker, and he's not shy about sort of staking his claim early and completely changing the debate.
Legal declarations show that Senator Manchin has received tens of thousands of dollars from Exxonmobil and its trade associations.
Oh, Joe Manchin has received tens of thousands of dollars from Exxon and its trade associations? Huh. That's weird. The dude from Exxon openly saying that, yeah, we told Joe Manchin what to do. And then Joe Manchin's got money from them? That's weird. Isn't that buying politicians? Isn't that kind of corrupt? That's the thing, AC. The US government is so cheap to buy. Like, that's the saddest thing. The saddest thing is that the government in the US is so cheap for these corporations to buy. It's like a few $100,000 or maybe a couple of mil, but it's like nothing to these corporations to buy the US government. It literally costs them nothing. So why the fuck would they not do it? It's basically free for them. Like, it's the same as me using like 100 euros to buy the government, like, relatively speaking to my wealth. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing to them. It's such a fucking, not even like 100, like 10 euros. Like, it's such a drop in the bucket that they can just buy the government and get their laws done easy peasy behind closed doors. Like, fuck. So corrupt. And then because of super PACs, there's essentially no limit to lobbying. Like, there is a specific limit that, like, a company or entity can donate directly to the party or to a candidate. And I think is like somewhere in the tens of thousands. There's like a specific limit. You can't go above that limit. But with super PACs, there's no limit. So you can just be part of a super PAC and just pump money as much as you want. There's no limit. Just keep pumping. Keep pumping.
Coy names 10 other senators as crucial to ExxonMobil. Senators Mark Kelly, Chris Coons, Shelley Moore Capito, Kirsten
More Capito? Oh, Kirsten Cinema. No fucking wonder. Kirsten fucking Cinema is a fucking absolute ghoul. Absolute ghoul. Absolute ghoul. Like, she voted no on the minimum wage. Yeah. She's a Democrat, by the way. Yeah. And she was like, no on minimum wage.
Cinema, John Testa, Maggie Hassan, John Barrasso, Steve Daines, John Cornyn, and Marco Rubio. All bar Kelly and Hassan have taken money from Exxon totaling $117,000.
Oh, that's so cheap! $117,000 to buy like 8 senators? That's so fucking cheap. That's like to Exxonmobil. That's like €1. That's nothing. That's nothing to destroy the earth. Like, it's so disgusting. Oh God.
We gave all these senators a chance to respond. None did so.
Oh,
Exxon
really?
insists our lobbying efforts are fully compliant with all laws and are publicly disclosed on a quarterly basis. Nonetheless, a degree of secrecy appears to be key. The last thing Exxon seems to want is open accountability, facing Congress in public.
We don't want it to be us to have these conversations, especially in a hearing. It's getting our associations to step in and have those conversations and answer those tough questions and be the for lack of a better term, the whipping boy for some of these members of Congress.
So he says they hide behind trade bodies to avoid public scrutiny on the Hill.
Our CEO was invited to a hearing from a member of Congress who we know is just going to rip him to shreds when he goes there. The main thing that they're looking at is just to get Exxonmobil in front of a congressional hearing so they can rip us apart.
Yeah, as you should be ripped apart and put into jail, you fucking monsters. It's so fucking disgusting. And how cheap they can do it too? It's $100K for an ex-president to give a conference. Yeah. To oil companies, $100K is like nothing. It's literally nothing. They make billions and billions of dollars a year in profit. So like hundreds of thousands, just pocket change. Like literally pocket change for them.
Big oil, big power, big pressure. The route from the K Street lobbyist offices to Capitol Hill is very well trodden. From the street to the Hill, we can now reveal the current ExxonMobil battleground and strategy.
It's big, yes. It's bold, yes. And we can get it done.
Just last week, as America continues to suffer heat waves described as apocalyptic and linked to the current climate crisis, President Biden fought to get Congress to pass his $2 trillion showpiece law, linking jobs and infrastructure to massive spending to combat climate change. On Capitol Hill, though, Exxon was also fighting to strip out spending on climate. Forget that, it lobbied. Stick to roads and bridges.
What? Why would they do that? Why would ExxonMobil do that? What? That's weird. Why would they fight to get those things out of the bill? That's really weird. Our future's been sold for $20 in a Snickers bar. Exactly. Basically, yeah. I'm not dumb. I'm gonna get a Snickers bar on top of that deal.
So that's a completely different conversation. When you start to stick to roads and bridges, and instead of a $2 trillion bill, it's an $800 billion bill. If you lower that threshold, you stick to highways and bridges, then a lot of the negative stuff starts to come out. Why would you put in something on emissions reductions on climate change to oil refineries in a highway bill? So, and people say, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So then you get to the germaneness and say that shouldn't be in this bill.
That's so fucking so fucking sneaky. Why is this in this highway bill? And you're like, oh, I guess it shouldn't be there then. Oh! By the way, ExxonMobil held total assets worth of $332.8 billion US. That's so much money that's even like incomprehensibly big.
Sure enough, last week Biden's behemoth bill evaporated. A new law may be agreed, but major green initiatives are gone. Coincidence? Or the big oil effect? Nothing illegal, just oiling the wheels of power.
Yeah, nothing illegal. We just asked them to do a few speaking points. Oh, look who's there. Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema. Oh, hold on. Oh, hey, these people look familiar. That's funny.
Exxon said our discussions on the bill are not accurately portrayed. Our lobbying efforts are related to a tax burden that could disadvantage US businesses.
Sure.
Plants capture CO2.
Recent academic studies show what Keith McCoy alleges is the wider Exxon strategy. Say one thing in public, do another in private. For example, it says publicly it supports a carbon tax. Keith McCoy says privately that's just PR.
You know, nobody is going to propose a tax on all Americans. And the cynical side of me says, yeah, we kind of know that, but it gives us a talking point that we can say, well, what is Exxonmobil for? Well, we're for a carbon tax.
And why? Because they're confident it'll never happen in America.
No, it's not going to. A carbon tax isn't going to happen. And the bottom line is it's going to take political courage, political will, in order to get something done. And that doesn't exist in politics. It just doesn't.
Exxon told...
What a fucking piece of shit. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, we're just lying to them. No one's gonna do this in politics. They don't have the fucking, like, will and fucking guts to do it. No, fuck them. We're just gonna lie. Who's gonna take us to task? No one. It's so fucking disgusting how they can just, like, burn the earth and just, like, not give two shits about destroying our ecosystems for billions of people, and then just be like, we don't care. We made money. Who gives a fuck? It's so disgusting what they're doing. Like, they should be tried in The Hague for this. That, like, all these oil companies, their executives, their boards, all of them should be tried in The Hague for crimes against humanity. That is not a joke. That is 100% what should be done. And then these big companies should be broken up. That's what should be done. Energy companies should no longer be privately owned. That's it.
Told us for more than a decade it's supported an...
There are only 60 nations richer than Exxonmobil on the planet.
Economy-wide price on CO2 emissions.
We're working on ways to provide energy while addressing the risks of climate change.
Take electric cars. It's all about doubt and delay.
You're not going to be able to just switch to battery-operated vehicles or wind for your electricity. And just having that conversation around why that's not possible in the next 10 years is critically important to the work that we do.
But science is screaming at us that we do not have 10 years. Delay, doubt, deflect, the classic hallmarks of modern-day climate crisis denial. And ExxonMobil's alleged involvement in that is thus revealed from the inside tonight, straight from the horse's mouth.
Good work on Channel 4 for this, but yeah, Exxon knows what they're doing. They're cynically lying in order to just not change anything that they're doing so they can make more profits. They're bribing politicians, and the politicians, of course, are complicit in this, and they should also be tried in The Hague. Like, this is just so disgusting. I cannot... It's so unfathomable. And this is the reason why our climate change initiatives and discussions are being held back, because of stuff like this. Like, we need to do something now. Like, there's been record heats this week in Canada. There was a village that burned, 90% of it burned to the ground because it had like 50 Celsius heats this week, and it burned to the ground. Like, it's here. The climate crisis is here now, and we need to act now, not in like 20 years. We need to do something now. Hello there, and thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below in the comments, or you can visit my stream on Twitch where I can answer any of your questions. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central European Time. We talk about news and games, news in the world from a leftist point of view, and also play some games. Come hang out with us. It'll be fun. Bye.